If you just want the terminal, how to get that using your Raspberry Pi imager. For example, this one, Raspberry Pi 4 Lite, if I hit connect and I just get the terminal. Hi everyone, I'm Caroline, and in this video we're setting up the Raspberry Pi operating system Lite featuring the Raspberry Pi Connect. This gives you a secure shell or terminal access to your Raspberry Pi 3, 4, or 5 directly through your web browser. You won't need to hunt for that IP address, and you won't need a separate monitor, mouse, or keyboard. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Caroline. I have my bachelor's and master's degrees in electrical engineering from Georgia Tech. I'm also author of a book called A Woman's Guide to Winning in Tech, which you can find on Amazon and various bookstores. If you find this tutorial helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. Now let's get started. The items you'll need for this video include your Raspberry Pi. This is a Raspberry Pi 3. This is a Raspberry Pi 4. A 5 will also work. You'll also need a MicroSD card. You'll need a regular Windows or Mac computer. Mine has this MicroSD slot on the side, and I will need to insert it before I get started. Now, this is going to be a headless setup, so you won't need an extra mouse, monitor, or keyboard, but you will need a power cable. This is the power adapter for my Raspberry Pi 4. We're going to start over at raspberrypi.com/software, and from here you can download for free the Raspberry Pi imager. And I'm on a Windows computer right now, so we can just hit download for Windows, and then you install it just like every other app on your computer. There's also a version for Mac OS. Those are the two most common ones. And once you get that installed, I also recommend that you create an account at Raspberry Pi Connect. And all you have to do is create an account for free, sign in, and once you do that, you can see all of your devices all in one place. You don't have to be on the same network. That's the magic of Raspberry Pi Connect. And once you do that, you can connect to any of your devices, whether they're on the same network or a different network from where you are. Now, once you get your software downloaded and installed, here is what it looks like. And the first thing you'll do is select your device. This works great for Raspberry Pi 5, Raspberry Pi 4, and Raspberry Pi 3. Raspberry Pi 0, I still needed the monitor, but choose Raspberry Pi 4. If you just want to do a terminal with a Raspberry Pi 3, 4, or 5, this is the method. So you would select your Raspberry Pi, and then I'm going to hit next. These options here, Raspberry Pi OS, include your desktop. So if you don't want to do the desktop, if you just want to do the terminal, hit Raspberry Pi OS Other, and then it brings up a whole different menu, and then where you see Raspberry Pi OS Lite, that's the one you want. You can do 64-bit or you can do 32-bit, but let's choose 64-bit Lite, and this is just with only the shell commands. And then you want to choose your MicroSD card that hopefully you've already inserted here, and then you want to name your Raspberry Pi. And I always like to name my Raspberry Pi the model number and if it's light. And then I'm going to hit next. And then we're going to go through the same localization. You have to specify a username and a password. Please remember this password, very important here. And then you want to specify your SSID and password. So you will need to be able to remember this, or it can pick it up from your network. I'm going to hit next. And then you want to enable SSH, use password authentication. Okay. And then the next screen is Enable Raspberry Pi Connect. As I mentioned before, we want to use Raspberry Pi Connect. I'm going to toggle that on, and then I'm going to hit Open Raspberry Pi Connect. And it's going to take me over to this authorization page, and I'm going to hit Create Auth Key and launch Raspberry Pi Imager. And then going back to my Raspberry Pi Connect, and now I've got an authentication token, and I'll hit Next. And now I will write the entire card. Okay, excellent. So let's hit write right here. Then I need to acknowledge again by hitting I understand. And then we're going to start the writing process. Excellent. We have completed the write, and all we have to do now is click finish. Now that we've finished flashing our microSD card, I can remove it from the microSD slot, and then we want to insert it into our Raspberry Pi, into that slot, And then we want to power up our Pi. Make sure the lights come on. There's a red light, there's a green light. The green light should blink. And in approximately 2 to 10 minutes or more, you should be able to find this on your Raspberry Pi Connect. Raspberry Pi 4 Lite, and I'll hit connect. And check this out. You only have an option for the terminal, and the terminal will come right up. The ones where I don't have light, for example, my Raspberry Pi 5, you have two options. You can screen share or you can remote shell. Remote shell is that SSH version. It's that terminal version. Screen sharing means you can see the desktop. So if you hit connect via, you get to choose whether you want to screen share or remote shell. So if you hit screen sharing, then you're going to get the entire desktop. And there we go. We hit screen share. We got the entire desktop here. Now, if you hit remote shell, you get the terminal. Now, for the ones where I installed the Raspberry Pi operating system, but just the Lite version, for example, this one, Raspberry Pi 4 Lite, if I hit connect, there's no choice because it's only the terminal version and I just get the terminal. Quick tutorial if you just want the terminal, how to get that using your Raspberry Pi imager. And there you have it. You now have a functional remote terminal for your Raspberry Pi that you can access from anywhere. It's the cleanest way to manage a headless Raspberry Pi without the headache of network scanning. If this tutorial helped you get connected, please like and subscribe so you don't miss my next project. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.